Hey guys, welcome back to another video here at Boreal Bushcraft Canada. Today what I'd like to do is do a little table talk preview for you guys about this new flashlight that I acquired from a good friend of mine. Before I go ahead with the table talk preview, I just want to give a little shout out to a couple of groups that I've been a member of here on Facebook for the past maybe year and a half. One goes by the name of the Bushcraft Trading Post, and the other one is the Canadian Bushcraft Trading Outpost. Both excellent groups that I highly recommend you guys go and join if you are, if you have an excess of stuff accumulated in your garage or your back porch, whatever, that you want to get rid of. You can exchange anything from knives to backpacks, fishing rods, etc., etc. The rules are all there. A lot of good people there. For the Canadians that don't want to pay the big dollars in transporting or shipping their stuff to the US, whatever, there's the Canadian Bushcraft Trading Outpost, like I said, which is a sister company of Bushcraft Trading Post. However, the Bushcraft Trading Post has over 10,000 members. So if you're looking to trade, barter, that's the place. Strictly trading. There's no selling on those posts, and I highly on those two groups. Excuse me, guys. It's very early in the morning here, but I do highly recommend you take a look at them. And again, if you got something to trade, look them up. So, without any further ado, I'd like to get on with this table talk review on the Fenix TK35 flashlight, which I acquired about a week ago from my friend Lee. I acquired it in a trade, like I said before, in the Canadian Bushcraft Trading Outpost, and I'm really fond of it. I've only used it for about a week, but it's a very, very good piece of kit, and I thought that it would be worthwhile talking a little bit about it. So stay with me, guys, while I approach the camera, and we can take a better look at this little baby here. The unit comes complete with a little holster. Okay, very well put together, very well built. It's got a little D-ring in the back, and it also has a belt loop, which you can pass your belt through if you want. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a belt loop in the back over here for your belt. And the hook and loop security closure here, pretty neat. Keeps the flashlight in place, and if you accidentally fall, it is not going to fall out. It holds it in there securely. If you fall in the river, this thing is waterproof. As a matter of fact, I've seen a video where this dude takes this flashlight, scaffs it inside a bucket of water, submerges it in a bucket of water, and takes that bucket, scaffs it in the freezer, and 2 days later removes it, and this thing is encased in that block of ice, and it is still running. I was completely at awe when I saw that, because don't forget what happens to ice. Like if you have something in water and then turns into ice is just going to shrink into that, compact that thing, and it didn't cause any damage whatsoever to the unit. Then I saw this other video going into the fact that this thing is shock proof. The guy took it and he whipped it across the street, approximately 15 or 20 feet in front of him. The thing fell on the concrete pavement while it was lit, and it did not flicker once. This thing kept, illuminating. It didn't go off. Yeah, it got a couple of scratches on it, but other than that, very, very solid piece. It is waterproof. Again, it weighs in at approximately 415 grams, so it's not a light little flashlight, but and that's with the batteries, of course. Okay, the lead, I don't know if you can see it here in front, is an XML with a lifespan of approximately 50,000 hours. Fantastic. And it is made of high-grade aircraft aluminum. Okay, so very, very well built, guys. I mean, the minute you cradle it in your hand, you can tell that it's quality material. It's not garbage. Okay. Now let's get on the inside. This is what I really like. Okay. The lead housing, if you can take a look at it inside, you can see the way it's built, the way it's put together. It's quality stuff, okay? The lens, again, quality. The lead with 50,000 hours of life, you know, pretty good. And what I really like is the way that they made the battery compartment separate from the housing. Now, you say to yourself, big deal. It's not a big deal, but it is somewhat of a deal, because I don't know if it happens to you guys, but me, many times I forget my batteries in my units. And then after you look at them after 6 months or 7 months, you're going to see a buildup of calcium on the contacts. Well, having the unit made like this, it'll make it so much easier to clean your contacts because they're right there in front of you. You know, like imagine if you had your contacts inside the housing, it would be very hard to get in there and clean up the contacts. So it's a little plus, you know. Another feature that is pretty neat, you know, you cannot accidentally put this in the wrong way. So if you try to slide it back in the wrong way, you're going to see that it doesn't fit. So there's only one way you can put it in, and that's like that, and boom, it fits flush. Then you can take your lead housing and just screw it on. Again, aircraft aluminum, very well built, comfortable in the hand, and it's a one-handed operation. It's got two buttons here, one that you can toggle through your modes, the other one that is your on-off switch. There's also a hole on the top bridge over here where I believe it's there so that you can maybe hang a lanyard maybe or whatever if you do not want to sport the little holster. Batteries, the ones I have in here are two 18650s, and you know, they're good for about, once they're fully charged, these batteries are good for upwards of 3 months, so you don't have to worry about that thing. And what I really want to get into is the price point. It's not cheap, okay? You can probably find flashlights out there for maybe a quarter of the price of this thing, or maybe a tenth of the price. Given that this is an older unit, it's a couple of years old, you can pick these babies up. I found some on Amazon, actually on eBay for about anywhere between 75 to 100 bucks, okay? And I don't believe that includes the batteries. However, if you go out and purchase yourself these other, you know, flashlights that run you about 20 bucks, a lot of them that you pick up from the big warehouse giants out there, you know, that also want you to come back and purchase their batteries, they sell them in kits in packages of 3, and those flashlights go for about, what, I don't know, 20, 25 bucks, which is pretty decent. You know, it's cheap, but the lifespan of those flashlights was almost nil, man. I mean, after about, I don't know, a month of use, you're going to have to replace those AAAs. And everybody knows how much AAA batteries cost. So I say it all the time and time again, pay now or you're going to pay in the long run. This thing here will probably outlive you, and you'll be able to pass it on to your kids. Very well built. And here, I took it out to my camp, was fiddling around with it. I have a little bit of video that I'll show you near the end. You know, at full power, this thing can throw a beam almost 1,000 feet away, and I mean clear as day, okay? The functions in the back here, again, one-handed operation. I'm gonna go through them. When you depress the primary button on top, you know, slightly, you can you know, just signal like that. If you depress it all the way down, it'll stay lit. And then the bottom button, or the secondary button, will toggle you through the different modes. Okay, so we were at low, then we went to medium. I think this is high, and this is super high, okay? And then if you keep it depressed, it'll toggle the strobe light, okay? So, secondary button toggles you through the different modes. It's got 4 different illuminating settings, and it also has a strobe and an SOS signal. Primary button turns the unit off, and then when you hit it again, it'll go back to where you were. Okay, to the back to the flashlight setting that you were. So here we are again. Let's do this one more time. It's low, I guess, medium, high, and super high. Okay, I don't know if I missed anything, guys. Again, very good piece of kit, and I highly recommend it. It's not cheap. You're paying about 75 to 100 bucks for a flashlight, but remember, how many flashlights are you going to go through? I went through probably, I don't know, in the past 3 years, I probably went through 2 or 3 flashlights. Okay, I did pick up that pack of 3 from that big wholesaler, and I gave up because when I went back on 2 occasions to buy those pack of three AAA batteries, they run around 25 bucks a package of, I think you get about 10 of them in there, whatever. So it's not cheap, and they don't last long. One thing that I found out, like, you buy their batteries and, you know, the lifespan is like baloney. Like, it'll run for about a month and a half, and away you go. I don't know if it's because I'm doing something wrong and maybe I shouldn't be keeping the batteries inside the unit, but you know, if that's the case, then taking them out and putting them back, it's a pain in the neck. So again, guys, the Fenix TK35, very, very nice piece of kit, and I hope this little table talk preview was informative enough for you, and catch you all on the next one. So thanks again for being with me. We'll see you all in the next vid, guys. So long for now. If you enjoy watching my videos, please subscribe to my channel by simply hitting the round icon at the top left side of the screen. If you want to visit my store, go ahead by hitting the square icon located at the bottom left side of the screen. Thanks again. See you all in the next one.